Okay, so we're into lesson 2 of working with time, and this is on timetables. And much like lesson 1, it's not too difficult. There is some more difficult concepts coming in this particular topic, but we're not at them yet. Today is nice and simple. So realistically, this particular lesson is just about the ability to look at and understand timetables, which is a fairly basic sort of thing. And so I've taken one that's a timetable that's quite close to us. This is the timetable. I don't know if it's been updated in the last year, but I got it off last year's website for Northern Rivers Bus Service, and it's the timetable from either Tenterfield and Geneva to Casino and Lismore, or from Kyogle to Casino and Lismore. And so you can see the different services that operate there and the times they're leaving, and rather simple. So we just need to be able to look at their timetable and understand what's going on. So the first question is, how long does it take to travel from Casino to Lismore if we're going to Spinks Park? So I'm just going to put a little green highlighter there. So all I need to do is consider, well, let's have a look. Here I'm at Casino. There I'm at Spinks Park. So I've left Casino at 7:30. I've arrived at Spinks Park at 8 o'clock. So I've clearly taken a half an hour to get there. Okay, and if we look, we can actually look at other times of the day, and you can see the next bus that would follow that route goes at 9:45 and gets to Lismore at 10:15. And it looks like just about everywhere it's a half an hour allowed for that particular time. The second question is, it in 12 or 24-hour time? You can see in this particular one, it's clearly obviously in 12-hour time. We don't have any afternoon times that are in that are stated there. And obviously, yeah, if I've particularly this the bus just here, I'm putting the asterisks on. You can see it leaves at 12:45 from Tenterfield and arrives at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Wouldn't be 3 o'clock in the morning, so it's clearly a 12-hour timetable. If I hop on the bus at Tabulum at 1:50, what time should I arrive at Tomkai? So let's go look. I'll just use the pink highlighter for this one. So I'm getting on the bus at Tabulum at 1:50. So I can't choose any bus. I've got to choose the bus that's at Tabulum at 1:50, and there we are. And what time should I get to Tomkai? And Tomkai's down here at 2:40. So to work out the time difference, I just start with the later time, which I said was 2:40. So 2:40, take away 1:50. Means we're going to be on the bus there for 50 minutes. Okay. That actually seems rather quick, to be honest, but there you go. If I need to be in Casino, so going back the other way, what if I need to be somewhere by a time? So I need to be in Casino at 3:15 or 15:15, which is 3:15. So that's going to be 3:15 p.m. As we learnt last lesson, for converting for 12-hour time, we take off 12 hours. On a school day, what time do I need to leave Kyogle? Now, there's a little thing up here. The SD, the timetable says it elsewhere, but it hasn't been written on here. SD means school day, SH means school holidays. So on a school day, if I need to be in Casino at 15:15, what time do I need to leave Kyogle? So let's look at buses that are going from Kyogle that arrive in Casino. So this bus here gets me into Casino at 3 o'clock. The one that I've highlighted there in blue. And the next bus would be way too late, and the bus before would be way too early, because the bus immediately before is not going through Kyogle. The bus before that is, but obviously gets me into Casino at 9:45. So if I look at Kyogle and follow across, I need to leave Kyogle at 2:30 p.m. How much earlier would I need to leave if I had to travel in the school holidays? So obviously we've got up the top here, SD for school days, the 4 buses there, so less buses in the school holidays. If I need to be in Casino at 3:15, well, this last bus of the day is going to be too late, so the only bus that would work for me on that day that would get me to Casino by 3:15 p.m. would actually be the morning bus. So I'd have to leave at 9:10 in the morning and wait all day in casino for my appointment. Obviously, we're not in the cities here. There's not a lot of services happening. So there you go. Why don't the buses from Tenterfield stop in Kyogle? Well, this is quite common with a lot of timetables, be they train timetables, bus timetables, all sorts of things. Often they'll include a fork in the road effectively. So obviously when you get to Casino, you're either going to go, well, there's a few ways to leave Casino, but Kyogle and Tenterfield are on completely different roads. So this particular timetable deals with buses that go out from Lismore to either Tenterfield or Kyogle, or from Tenterfield or Kyogle back to Lismore. But of course, Casino is the place where both those bus services will meet up. I guess something along those lines would be written there that at Casino, something like that. So at Casino, buses either go to Kyogle or Tenterfield, but not both, as they travel different routes. So there's some questions there to do. There is a statement underneath that under no circumstances should you do questions 5 through 8. They are garbage. That hasn't changed. That advice remains the same. Feel free to have a look at them if you want to, but don't try them. They work on this. They deal with planes travelling that are travelling through time zones, and they're telling you to ignore the time zones. And given that later on we're going to be talking about time zones, I think it's silly and confusing to ask you questions that disregard time zones when later on you're going to have to take them into account. So just do those questions 1 through 4 and question 9. So once again, a rather easy start to the day. Please make sure, obviously, that once you've done your work, you upload it into OneNote into the General Work tab. Just following that format for each lesson. I'll type it out here how I want it. So if I was putting in today's lesson, I would be putting in the date that I'm doing this. Depending on which class you're at, it'll depend on which date it is. But let's say I'm doing this on the 25th of March, and then I would just put something like time, so that you know it's the working with time, and this is lesson 2. So that goes. That would go when you're in your general work tab. That'll be what goes up the top here, and therefore comes out as the title in this area here. Okay, so do make sure you're uploading your work so that I can see that we're getting things done. Okay, and that'll do us for this particular video. See you later.